Was it not your sin trapped the unicorn? Even now, the evil seed of what you have done germinates within you.
No, you lie. You disgust me. You're nothing but an animal.
We are all animals, my lady.
Is that not the coolest evil laugh you guys have ever heard? What's up, everyone? Atheris here with another life-size bust from my collection. What we have with us today is the Lord of Darkness from the movie Legend, a Ridley Scott movie released in 1985. So we're kind of going back in time with this piece here, and a very, very cool character to this day. I find is the best devil interpretation I've seen on screen. Which was actually played by Tim Curry. Yeah, the same guy that played the concierge in Home Alone 2, believe it or not. So, you know, when I found out it was Tim Curry behind this makeup here, I was kind of shocked because I've only ever known Tim Curry from Home Alone. And he played a role that was completely opposite of what he plays here. So I was really shocked to find out it was him behind this makeup. But, you know, he did an awesome job in the role. He brought this character to life with that evil laugh that you heard there in the beginning. Very cool character. Unfortunately, it was a very underrated movie for its day. Even today, I mean, most people have never seen Legend or don't even know what the hell it is, or don't know where this character is from. But, you know, at the time, it went up against movies like The Never-Ending Story, if you 80s babies out there remember that one. Never-Ending Story did a little better than this, but this movie here was more remembered for the role that Tim Curry played here. So, you know, by today's standards, it probably won't hold up. You're not going to get many kids interested in sitting through the entirety of that movie. Adults alike, probably, but you know, for what it was a really cool movie. Awesome character. And it's kind of funny, though, because some of the people that I know that haven't seen the movie, when they come over and see this in my collection, the first thing they ask is, what the hell do you have a giant devil head doing in your house? And, you know, then I have to go through the explanation of, it's not what you think, it's a character from a movie. So the bust has that kind of effect. But, you know, it's fun when that happens. But this bust here was made by Sideshow a number of years ago. I have no idea what year it came out. I've had it myself for about 5 years. And you know, I've loved this thing ever since I got it. It's a very, very big, imposing piece. I got it next to my my 1/2 Iron Man over here, 1/2 scale Iron Man, and as you can tell, it's roughly the same size. I think to the top of his horns here is about 4 feet, 4.5 feet or so. So he's a really big bust. I think between, or at the neck down, it's a semi-solid bust because it's extremely heavy picking it up from under the shoulders. The horns are hollow. I think they're fiberglass, and for obvious reasons, you don't want it too top heavy because these horns actually stick out very far from his face. I'll show you the side profile. So they stick out quite a bit in front of him. And the horns are actually removable. I'll show you how those come out. But they're held in place with one giant pin in the center. I'll show you. Oops. So they just come out like so. They go in very nicely. And they're labeled left and right so you know which side it goes in. Sideshow also did a premium format of this guy, which I had. I had the regular version, and then I got rid of it because I was more interested in the exclusive premium format where he's holding the unicorn horn in his hand. So, I don't know, if I come across one day, I might add it to the collection to display alongside this this bust here. But this bust today is extremely sought after. It was very limited when it did come out. I think they only made about 250 units worldwide. So if you can find one today, you come across one today, they're pretty pricey. You could put it that way. But if you're a big fan of the character, it's worth it. And it's definitely a conversation piece in a collection, to say the least. But let's get a little closer here. I'll show you some of the details on the face and the sculpt here. The eyes, I'm not sure if these eyes are decals or they're painted, but they look really good. They look really real, actually. Well, if you had eyes that looked like the devil, they would look very real. And the base, I guess the base was inspired by the scene in the movie where Lily's running through Darkness's lair there, and there's these giant pillars and columns everywhere. So it's a very fitting base for the bust. It's kind of got that marbly effect, as you can tell. Obviously, it's not real marble, but it's, you know, it's painted on to simulate marble. Very cool. It's got kind of like a Jay Leno chin going on here too. It's kind of freaky too sometimes, because the way his eyes are positioned, or the way, you know, he's looking at you here, as you can tell, it sometimes looks like he's kind of got like a Mona Lisa effect. There's been a few times I've been walking by this bust or walking through the house, and it looks like he's staring at me as I'm walking by. So it's kind of freaky, but that's how you know it's a great character design, I guess. Really, really great bust, though. Glad I have it in this collection. It's probably not going to go anywhere for a very long time. There you have it, folks. The Lord of Darkness bust by Sideshow from the movie Legend. As I said, if you haven't seen the movie, try to check it out. If you're interested in seeing a really young Tom Cruise as well, he's also in the movie. He plays Jack. But that's it. So thanks for looking. Rate, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Talk to you in the next video. Take care.